Hello, guys. It's Miss Harold, and unfortunately, I'm not here with you guys today, but trust me, I want to be. So let's go ahead and get started on our Thursday warm up. We have 3 questions 7, 8, and 9, and I'm going to go ahead and set us a 3-minute timer. All right, so let's go ahead and get our warm up completed. And remember that the warm up is a independent activity. We should be on level 0, which means no talking. All right, we're down to about 1.5 minutes. All right, guys, make sure you're wrapping it up. All right, let's go ahead and go over our warm up. Based on this diagram, how do the characteristics of star 1 and star 2 compare? All right, so here's star 1. Star 1 is at the top, so we would say that it is very bright. All right, and the temperature is hotter than star 2 because star 1 is further to the left. Star 2 is dimmer because it's at the bottom, and it's cooler because it's further to the right. Okay, so number 7 is B. Number 8. This HR diagram is in black and white. It cannot tell us color. I know we get used to the pretty ones that I show you in class, but the correct answer should have been A, C, and D. All right. What affects gravity? That should be mass and distance. So go ahead and check your answers. Make sure that you correct them if they were incorrect. All right, so let's go ahead and recap. So we should know that we have three subatomic particles, and they are protons, neutrons, and electrons, and they all have a charge. So our protons are positive, our neutrons are neutral, which means they have no charge, and our electrons are negative. We also learned that protons and neutrons are in the nucleus, and that electrons are in the electron cloud. We also learned 8-man, which is what we use to count subatomic particles. All right. And we also know how to calculate the charge by comparing the protons and the electrons. Today we're going to focus on how to identify an element. So how can you find out exactly what this element is? Okay. So we learned about only one subatomic particle being able to identify the element, and that is the protons. All right, so in order to identify this element, I'm going to count my protons. Notice that there's an element key right here, indicating that protons are the green circles. So I have 1, 2, 3. And if you remember, A equals P equals E. So if my protons is 3, my atomic number must also be 3. All right, so this is where you have to go to your periodic table. Here is mine. Atomic number 3 is lithium. So this atom represents lithium. I have 7 protons in my nucleus. Who am I? Okay, I have 7 protons. I know that A equals P equals E. I'm going to go to my periodic table and I'm going to find atomic number 7, and I can see that that is nitrogen. Okay, so let's try some on your own. Okay, who am I? I have 8 protons. Who am I? So you should have went to your periodic table and found atomic number 8, and that should be oxygen. I have 17 protons and 18 neutrons in my nucleus. I have 18 electrons in my electron cloud. So first of all, you have to choose which subatomic particle you're going to use to identify your element, and then go ahead and go to your periodic table. So I'll give you a few seconds to find this one on your own. All right, so we should have taken the number of protons, which was 17, and went to atomic number 17, and our element was chlorine. So here's a very nice picture of chlorine. It has 17 protons, 18 neutrons. All right, who am I? I have 6 neutrons, 5 protons and 5 electrons. All right, so A equals P equals E. 5 protons means atomic number 5. I am boron. Can you name elements A, B, and C? So let's take about 1 minute for you to find those elements. All right. Element A has 9 protons, which means its atomic number is 9. Element B's atomic number is 6, and element C's atomic number is 11 because their protons is what identifies it and gives you the atomic number. So that's what you should have had: fluorine, carbon, and sodium. So what determines an atom's identity? The protons, always the protons. Let's give it a try. What is this element? How many protons does it have? How many neutrons? And what is the atomic mass? Remember, for atomic mass, you're going to add protons and neutrons, P plus N. P and N gives you atomic mass. Okay, so I'll do this one with you. This element has 2 protons, which means its atomic number is 2. So this element is helium. Or you can just go to your periodic table, of course, and see that atomic number 2 is helium. The number inside the box, not the number at the top. How many neutrons does it have? Those are the blue circles with no charge, so it has 2. And what is the atomic mass? I have to add the protons and the neutrons. So 2 plus 2 is 4. What about this one? What element is this? All right. So all you had to do was count the protons, 1, 2, 3. Go to the periodic table. Atomic number 3 is lithium. All right. What element is this? All right. This element has 17 protons, which means our atomic number should be 17 as well. So we should have went to our periodic table, found atomic number 17, and this element is chlorine. All right. I have 40 protons and 51 neutrons. What element am I? This one is zirconium. Zirconium. All right. So now we're going to give it a try. You will have 15 minutes to complete this independent practice. Who am I? All right, you will have 15 minutes. And after this, you will turn this in to the sub and you will get the quiz. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer for 15 minutes. You may begin. Make sure that you know this is an independent activity, which means you are not communicating with anyone. If you are caught communicating with anyone, my sub should take your paper, write your name on it, give it to me for a 0. All right, guys, so 5 minutes have passed. We're down to 10 minutes. All right, guys, we're just about at 5 minutes remaining. Make sure that you're still on track to finish within 5 minutes. All right, guys, 3 minutes left. All right, guys, make sure that you're marking your final answers. We have less than 2 minutes left. The remainder of the time is going to be spent on your quiz. Make sure you know that this is an individual activity as well. You should not be talking during this activity or the quiz. Thank you. Make sure you have your name and class period at the top and be ready to turn it in. if you haven't already. All right, so our time is running out. We have about 30 seconds left. All right, that is our time. All right, so you now have a quiz. You have 15 minutes. That should take us into the rest of the class period. So make sure that you complete your quiz and turn it in. All right, you guys have a great day.